Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm Tommy C. This is Shot from Point News. Major allegations breaking from Drama Alert that CallMeCarson had inappropriate conversations with underage girls. I'm here with Ray-lej3nd, who has done a lot of the legwork with you. You were talking to one of the alleged victims, Ray-lej3nd?
Just in public Twitter replies, yeah.
Okay, and what did they tell you as far as those exchanges were concerned?
I didn't really get any specific words, but I did get a screen recording from an external camera of the DMs confirming they were real.
Okay, so let's go over some of these Discord DMs. This is really what you want. She replies, what other options are there? Also, what would you want to happen? Carson, I don't know. All I know is every time I pleasure myself, I have a really hard time not thinking of you. I guess my brain got stimulated and now it wants more, Sorry, I was in school, but yeah, I get that. The more damning DMs, CallMeCarson, effing hell. I want to, but it's a bad idea. I'm not going to lie. I'm scared of getting your hopes up or something. I'm willing to try, but it's such a bad idea. But so is sexting you. This kind of lends me to believe that Carson knew the age, and the ages are being reported as Carson was 19 and she was
17.
Now she has not claimed she's any younger. There's no catfish situation.
No, she's claiming she was 17, and I think Carson has confirmed he knew that.
Okay. And this kind of has something. This would kind of resemble the Pyro situation. PAX is fun. The town I live in is all white people. I wanted to go to PAX, but completely forgot to get the tickets. Next year, I think I'm going with my friend. Bro, we could have gone on a date. And this is in 2019 as well. So I imagine she's 18 or 19 now, the alleged victim. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's 18 now.
18. And you have less than no doubt that these are correct. These are real.
These are real, yeah. Carson has confirmed it himself. It's also worth noting that this is 2 months before he turned 20.
Okay. It's 2 months before he turned 20 years old. You said initially these were screenshots, and she produced a scrolling screen at some point.
Yeah.
Within, I guess, 30, 40 minutes, hour, 2 hours of the initial allegations that came from Keemstar. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
within a matter of hours, and as soon as I saw that, I replied saying we're going to need external camera recording this because that's too easy to fake. And within 10 minutes, we had it.
Okay, so the idea that inspect element can be used in a situation like this is I mean, unless it was planned ahead of time, it's highly unlikely. I just want to make that abundantly clear. This is a video from Joko where he appears to admit. Long story short, when I was 19, I sexted a couple of viewers that were 17. Extremely regrettable and incredibly embarrassing. Feel guilty since. Apologized to them both and resolved it privately last year. Then Keem got a hold of it like 2 days ago, and that was yesterday. So he knew this was coming.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he knew this was coming. And
he also links the thread from that person in those DMs as well. Okay, so he has seen it, and he's not denying anything in there.
This is a full admission. So we don't have a situation like Pyro where we're attacking any of the accusers or saying they're doing this for clout or anything like that. This 100%. I think it's safe to say this 100% happened. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just unless the only possible scenario is he's admitting to something he didn't do, which is highly improbable. Now, I imagine there's, if we did this side, I imagine we have to run the other side. Let's keep in mind that he was a teenager at the time. While this in many states would be illegal federally, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. This is a 2-year age difference. This is somebody who's just out of high school and somebody who is in high school. While it definitely would irritate me as a parent, is this really a sign of a predatory behavior, in your opinion, at least what we know now?
I don't think so. Like this is a fairly normal high school relationship age gap.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when the 90s, when I grew up, this would the worst thing that would happen is don't call my daughter again, and that's it.
Yeah.
I also
like I don't know if I'd be comfortable if she was my daughter, but this is realistically very common.
I got you there. As far as I was thinking about this today. As far as like legal pursuits or any kind of the odds of this. I mean, we have Romeo Cost admitting in court to what he's done, and no investigation. We have the Red Kiwis, Pyrocynical, which is that there's a little more nuance to that. Mini Lad, no police investigations. In fact, the only person in the almost 5 years now that I've been doing this that I've seen was a winemaker, and from what I understand, he was charged and convicted in Belgium of posting what amounted to the bad stuff that's illegal.
Yeah,
that's pornographic. He apparently admitted this in March of 2020, and I guess they kind of went on their own way after that. One of those members did contact the FBI. Is that correct?
Yeah, Slimesicle. He claims he went to the federal law enforcement immediately.
Okay. And so this had been sitting on the table for quite a while, a little over half a year. Before this came out. Are you aware of any sort of a falling out between these guys or anything like that?
I know they stopped making content around this time. This was also the same time that Carson went on a mental health break in mid-March.
Sure.
So I think everyone just assumed it was because of that. But there's been no new content coming out from them. I don't recall them collaborating with Carson in any content that was filmed like after that.
Yeah.
Some stuff has been released that was filmed prior, but yeah, it does seem that they split up at that point.
I got you. All right. I did reach out to Carson. I have kind of lost contact with him over the years. He was kind enough to come on and do our show when he was around 800K and becoming a booming superstar that he is today. And I also reached out to Noah, who apparently I was unaware that he followed me. But I just don't know how much there is to talk about. I think this is kind of a one and done situation. Do you think this is going to be viewed as long term? I know I kind of already asked you this, but do you think this is going to be viewed by the public? Not I know your personal opinion on it as someone who's a groomer, someone who's a pedophile, something of that nature, because while the age difference is very uncomfortable, it's not out of the realm of high school years, and we have seen guys just kind of pick up and walk away from this. And I'll be perfectly honest, this is the least egregious situation that I've covered. 2 years age difference. Yes, one was in high school, one was just out of high school, but that doesn't mean that the public's going to take it that way. Where do you think this goes from here?
I think a lot of Carson's content relies on collaboration, and the spot this has put him in with his creator friends is certainly not a good one. I don't know if those bridges are going to be unburned, but in the public's eye, I think he could come back.
Yeah. They're going to be very angry with him at first. I mean, this is I do get the feeling, and I'm going to go into this more in the podcast. I do get the feeling that Carson probably, and I'll tell you why I know. He came on my show. He didn't really realize the power he has. He didn't see himself as a celebrity. He certainly is. 3 million subs on YouTube, incredible live counts on Twitch. This guy, I mean, in 2019, he was the dominant. He was kind of the dream of 2019. He was the guy that was up and coming. He was the guy grabbing all the subs. He was the influential creator.
Yeah, it was exploding.
He's amazing talent. But I do wonder, are they going to give him a break? Because there's no pyrocynical way to kind of pick off some journalistic faux pas that Keemstar made, sort of like Turkey Tom made. There's nothing. He's admitted it. He's come clean. There's no going back from this. The only thing he'd probably do is, usually in situations like this, you're going to get the creeps come out of the woodwork and claim things that are not true. You might have to, correct a couple of things. But other than that, there's really not much place for him to go. I really wonder if they're going to be forgiving for him as they have been for Red Kiwis, Pyro, and all these situations are different, and they're all nuanced in their own way. And Mini Lad, for that matter, I would call Mini Lad's last apology somewhat of a success. Yeah,
definitely optically. I think Carson has a much older fan base than those guys, so it might be a little different.
Maybe. All right, I'm going to go into this a lot more on the podcast, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be the last podcast in a while. A lot of you guys know I'm taking off, moving. I won't be able to make videos, and I have to move the office. So we're moving a part of it today, and then hopefully internet gets installed in the new place, and we can start Shot from the Point, the next generation. Lynette, thanks so much for your work, your time, and coming on here right now. Your work is kind of invaluable. You know, it does seem like, well, all I did was DM her back, or reply to her back. But I mean, somebody's got to make the first move, and you did it. So thank you again. Thanks to everybody. I'll see you tonight, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Shot from the Point live right on this channel. Bye bye.